Welcome to Learn with Lili. Today we are starting with your Longman Science Class 4, Chapter 3. And the name of the chapter is Adaptations in Animals. Stepping Stones. There are several kinds of animals around us. Identify and write which of these animals can fly in air, live on land, and can swim in water. Lion, land. Pigeon, air. Turtle, water. Deer, land. Owl, air. Whale, water. Camel, land. Fish, water. And crow, air. Like plants, animals are found everywhere on the earth. They are adapted to survive in their surroundings. When there are changes in the surroundings, such as change in climate, animals also have to change their place and behavior to survive. This process of changing to survive in the environment is called adaptation. The natural home of an animal is called its habitat. Animals depend on their habitat to obtain food, keep themselves safe, reproduce, and build homes. Adaptation to environment. A camel, for example, has developed long eyelashes to protect its eyes from sand in the desert. Animals that adapt themselves to these changes survive. Animals that are not able to adapt to the changes die out slowly. On the basis of their habitat, animals can be divided into 5 major groups: terrestrial animals, aquatic animals, amphibians, arboreal animals, and aerial animals. Terrestrial animals. Animals that live on land are called terrestrial animals. They have well-developed sense organs such as eyes, ears, or nose to sense their surroundings. This helps them hunt for food and protect themselves from their enemies. They have legs to help them move. However, some animals such as snakes do not have legs. They use their skin to crawl along the ground. They have lungs which help them breathe. They have different body coverings such as fur, hair, or scales suited to the habitat that they live in. Tigers, elephants, horses, cows, pigs, dogs, and bears are some examples of terrestrial animals. Let us learn about some terrestrial animals that survive in extremely harsh climates, such as in deserts or in polar regions. Deserts. Deserts are areas that are very hot during the day and very cold at night. There is very little food and water. Animals living in deserts are adapted to conserve water in their body, survive on less food and water, protect themselves from hot and cold conditions. Name 2 animals that live in deserts other than camel, snake, and lizard. A camel lives in a desert. It can survive without food and water for many days. It has a thick skin and scanty hair to protect itself from hot and cold conditions. Since it is very hot during the day in deserts, many desert animals such as snakes and lizards are active only during dawn and dusk. Some animals, such as desert rats, are active only during the night. During the day, these animals sleep in den, cave, or burrow. Now, polar regions. The north and south poles are covered with ice throughout the year. These are the coldest places on the earth. There is very little food available in these regions. Polar bear, Arctic fox, and penguin are some animals that live in the polar regions. Polar bear inhabits the North Pole. Let us look at the adaptations shown by it. It has a dense layer of fur that protects it from cold. The fur keeps its body warm. Under the skin, polar bear has a thick layer of fat called blubber. The blubber keeps its body warm. In addition, it also serves a source of energy during winter. The paws of the polar bears have small and soft bumps. This helps them to walk on the ice without slipping on it. They have an acute sense of smell. This helps them to find their prey even below the thick sheet of ice. Penguins are the most common animals that inhabit in the South Pole. Penguins also have a thick layer of fat, blubber in their bodies that keeps their body warm in extreme cold conditions. They huddle together to keep warm in freezing temperatures. A musk ox that lives in the extremely cold tundra region has thick, shaggy hair which provides protection from the cold conditions. When attacked by predators, musk oxen run to nearby higher ground then form a circle together to attack them. Aquatic animals. Animals that live in water are called aquatic animals. Crabs, turtles, ducks, fishes, whales, and dolphins are some examples of aquatic animals. Aquatic animals are adapted to move easily in water, breathe in water, prevent water from being absorbed into their bodies. As you can see, this is the crab, turtle, and the duck. Crabs have gills that help them to breathe underwater. Turtles have paddle-like limbs, while ducks have webbed feet that help them to move easily in water. Fishes have a streamlined body. It helps them to move easily in water. Their fins help them to swim and maintain balance in water. Their tail helps them to change the direction in water. They breathe with the help of their gills. Gills take the oxygen dissolved in water. Some aquatic animals such as whales and dolphins have lungs for breathing. They come up to the surface of water for breathing. Aquatic animals spend their entire life in water. Their body is adapted for staying underwater. The body of a fish is covered with scales that are waterproof. Climbing perch, also known as walking fish, is a type of fish that can actually climb on a tree. If the water it lives in dries out, it will climb out and travel in search of a new home. Its gills are spiny, which help it to climb up trees. Now, amphibians. Animals that can live both on land and in water are called amphibians. Toads, salamanders, and frogs are amphibians, as you can see the picture of them. On land, amphibians breathe with their lungs. In water, they breathe through their skin. These animals have folds of skin between the fingers of their feet. These folds are called webs. Their feet help them to swim in water. Now, arboreal animals. Animals that spend most of their time on trees are called arboreal animals. Spider monkeys, orangutans, and tree lizards are arboreal animals. They have strong claws and muscular limbs to climb trees. They use their strong claws to hold on to the branches of trees. Squirrels have highly flexible ankle joints that help them to move up and down quickly on trees. Spider monkey, opossum, and chameleon have very long tails. They use their tail as a fifth limb to hold on to branches while swinging from tree to tree. Such a tail is called a prehensile tail, as you can see the picture of spider monkey, opossum, and chameleon. Now here in the box, remember, most arboreal animals crouch before they jump from one branch to another. This helps them to retain their balance. Now let's learn about aerial animals. Animals that fly are called aerial animals. Birds and bats are aerial animals. Birds have wings that help them fly. They have no forelimbs. Their forelimbs are actually modified into wings with feathers. They also have hollow bones that make their bodies light, which help them fly. Their tail helps them to change directions while flying. Feathers on their body keep them warm. The ability to fly allows them to travel longer distance in search of food. It also helps them to run away from terrestrial predators such as cats. Bats do not have any feathers on their wings. Their wings are made of thin layers of skin. These are stretched across the arms and fingers. Some other examples of aerial animals are insects. Wonderbox. Like us, birds can navigate their route to travel long journeys or to find their way home. Birds such as pigeons can fly over long distances to find their same resting place with no navigational difficulties. Run through. On the basis of habitats, animals are divided into 5 major groups. Terrestrial animals that live on land: tigers, elephants, bears, horses, cows, pigs, dogs. On deserts, we have camels, desert rat, birds, snakes, lizards, and polar regions, polar bears, penguins, and muskox. Aquatic animals that live in the water: crabs, turtles, ducks, fishes, whales, dolphins. Amphibians that live both on land and in water: frogs, toads, and salamanders. Arboreal animals that live on trees: spider monkeys, orangutans, and tree lizards. And aerial animals that can fly: birds and bats. Track your progress. State true or false. A. Animals in deserts are adapted to conserve water in their body. True. B. The surrounding in which an animal lives is called its habitat. True. C. Spider monkey is a desert animal. False. D. Fish can live both on land and in water. False. And E. Birds have hollow bones that help them to fly. True. Adaptation for food. Different animals eat different kinds of food. To help them eat their kind of food, they have special kinds of body parts such as mouth, teeth, and claws. Now, herbivorous. Herbivorous animals or herbivores eat only plants. They have sharp front teeth which help them to cut the grass. Flat and strong grinding teeth at the back of the mouth help them to chew their food. Cows, horses, deer, and rabbits are herbivorous. Carnivorous. Carnivorous animals or carnivores eat the flesh of other animals. They have sharp teeth and claws for tearing out the flesh of their prey. Birds such as eagles and hawks also eat flesh. They use their sharp claws to catch and hold on to their prey. They have a hooked beak to tear the flesh. Wolves, tigers, lions, eagles, and falcons are carnivorous. As you can see, lion's teeth, lion's claws, eagle's beak, and eagle's claws. Now omnivorous. Omnivores are animals that eat both plants and other animals. They have both sharp front feet for tearing and strong flat molars for grinding their food. Humans, dogs, bears, sparrows, and crows are omnivorous. Parasites. The organisms that live on or inside the body of other organisms are called parasites. Ticks, fleas, leeches, bedbugs, and lice are parasites. The organisms from which parasites derive their food are called hosts. Tapeworm is a parasite that can live inside the body of a host, such as human beings, dogs, and pigs. Parasites cause harm to the host. Scavengers. Scavengers are the animals that eat dead animals. Vultures, hawks, and hyenas are scavengers. Most of the scavengers have extraordinary sense of smell and excellent eyesight. Hyenas have very strong jaws to crush bones. Now, adaptations for protection. Animals have developed various ways to protect themselves from their enemies. Now, let us find out. Some animals, such as buffaloes, fish, birds, and elephants, stay in groups to protect themselves. Buffaloes and elephants form a circle around their young ones to protect them. Some animals, such as deer and kangaroos, have strong legs that enable them to hop and run very fast to escape from their enemies. Animals such as rhinoceros and buffaloes have horns for their defense. Tortoises and snails have a hard shell on their bodies. When they sense danger, they hide themselves inside the shell. A porcupine has sharp spines on its body. Other animals do not attack it due to the fear of injuring itself. Some animals have body covering that make them look similar to or merge with their surroundings. This is called camouflage. Such an adaptation helps them to blend with their surroundings so that other animals cannot spot and kill them for food. As you can see here, we have the adaptation in horses. Leaf frogs and scorpion fish change their appearance to match their surroundings. A stick insect looks like a twig or a leaf for a plant. This camouflage helps them to stay safe from their predators. A herd of zebras looks like a mass of black and white stripes rather than individual animals from a distance. A polar bear has white fur that helps it to merge with the color of the surrounding ice. A chameleon changes its color to blend with the surroundings. A cuttlefish has an ink sac on its body. On sensing danger, it releases the ink, which makes the water around it blue in color. The enemy is unable to see the fish in colored water and the fish swims away to safety. A pufferfish inflates the body to twice its size when faced with danger. Therefore, it is also known as the balloon fish. It then looks like a spherical ball with spines all over which helps it to stay safe from the predators. This is the pufferfish. Now, adaptation and behavior. Animals also develop special habitats to suit their surroundings. Some animals find it difficult to survive in winters due to the extreme cold and shortage of food, so they travel very long distance to reach warmer places where there is enough food. When winter ends, they travel back to their homes. This movement of animals from one place to another for feeding or breeding is called migration. The Siberian cranes come to India every year from Siberia in order to escape the severe cold. The Arctic terns travel about 80,000 kilometers around trip between Arctic and Antarctica annually. They breed in the Arctic in summers and live in Antarctica in winter. Some snakes, lizards, and Arctic ground squirrel and frogs cannot survive in the cold winter months, so they eat a lot during summer and store the extra food in their body as fat. When winter comes, they sleep in caves or underground holes for many months. This is called hibernation. These animals are able to survive on the extra fat stored in their body. Some animals, such as crocodiles and lungfish, Go to sleep for a long time during hot and dry period to avoid extreme heat. This is known as estivation. Many animals, such as elephants, have the habit of living together in large families or communities. They help each other to find food, defend themselves from enemies, and look after the young ones. As you can see, this is the picture of herd of elephants. Animals in danger. Forests, rivers, and oceans are the natural homes of many animals. However, due to increased human activities, their natural homes get affected badly. Due to these activities, some animals have disappeared from the earth. Such animals are called extinct animals. Passenger pigeon, dodo, and Pinta Island tortoise are some extinct animals. Animals that are in danger of becoming extinct are called endangered animals. Giant panda, snow leopard, Asian elephant, and tiger are some endangered animals. The population of tiger is alarmingly decreasing every year because tigers are being killed for their skin. The giant panda feeds only on bamboo shoots. If the forests in which the pandas live are destroyed, what would happen to them? When we cut plants for our use, we sometimes destroy the habitat of animals. We should be careful that our activities do not harm animals or their homes. Wildlife sanctuaries and national parks should be open to provide safe habitat to animals. Run through. Animals, on the basis of the kind of a food they eat, are classified as herbivorous, carnivorous, and omnivorous. Animals use different methods to protect themselves from enemies. Stay in groups, run very fast, have horns, hard shells, sharp spines, change body color, etc. Animals also develop special habits such as migration, hibernation, and estivation to suit their surroundings. Now track your progress. Fill in the blanks. A. Animals that eat both plants and animals are called omnivorous. Tapeworm is an example of parasites. A porcupine has sharp spines on its body. A cuttlefish has an ink sac on its body. Hyenas have very strong jaws to crush bones. Now, glossary. Aerial animals, animals that fly in air. Estivation, resting state of some animals to avoid hot and dry conditions. Amphibians, animals that can live both on land and in water. Aquatic animals, animals that live in water. Arboreal animals, animals that live on trees. Blubber, a layer of fat under the skin of some animals. Camouflage, the ability of an animal to blend with their surroundings. Endangered animals, animals that are in danger of becoming extinct. Hibernation, resting state of some animals to avoid extreme cold. Hosts, organisms from which parasites derive their food. Migration, movement of animals from one place to another for feeding, breeding, or to escape harsh weather conditions. Parasites, organisms that live on or inside the body of other organisms for food. Scavengers, animals that eat dead animals, and terrestrial animals, animals that live on land. The next page. Assessment zone. A. Name the category of the animals that are following belong to. Tiger and horse, terrestrial. Spider monkey and tree lizard, arboreal. Toad and salamander, amphibian. Whale and shark, aquatic. Giant panda and tiger, endangered. Fill in the blanks by using the words given in the box. 1. Arctic tern is a migratory bird. Salamander is an amphibian. Giant panda feeds on bamboo shoots. The wings of bats are made of thin layers of skin. Scavengers are those animals that eat dead animals. Give one examples of an animal that are adapted to the following situations. Hop and run very fast, kangaroos. Survive on less food and water, camel. Survive in extremely cold places, polar bear. Climb quickly on the trees, squirrel. Change color according to the surrounding, chameleon. Question and answers will refer to the notebook. Question number 1. How do amphibians breathe underwater? In water, they breathe through their skin. Number 2. What is the advantage of muscular limbs in arboreal animals? It helps them to climb trees. Number 3. What is a prehensile tail? How does it help the arboreal animals? It's a very long tail. They use their tail as a fifth limb to hold onto branches while swinging from tree to tree. Give two difference between aquatic animals and amphibians. As you can see, amphibians, they live in water, but aquatic animals live in water, and amphibians, they can live both on land and water. And they don't have webs, but amphibians, they have webs. Define the following. Migration. Movement of animals from one place to another for feeding, breeding, or to escape harsh weather conditions. Camouflage. The ability of an animal to blend with their surroundings. Estivation. Resting state of some animals to avoid hot and dry conditions. Question number 6. How do the following animals protect themselves from their enemies? Porcupine. It has sharp spines on its body. Enemies do not attack it due to the fear of injuring itself. Pufferfish. A pufferfish inflates the body to twice its size when faced with danger. Therefore, it is also known as the balloon fish. It then looks like a spherical ball with spines all over, which helps it to stay safe from the predators. Stick insect. It looks like a twig or a leaf of a plant. This camouflage helps them to stay safe from their predators. Chameleon. It changes its color to blend with the surroundings. Now, answer in detail. Number 1. What changes will a polar bear need to make in its body to be able to live in a desert? Answer. It should lose the dense layer of fur and also the blubber because of the hot weather condition in deserts. It should conserve water in its body and it should survive on less food and water also. Number 2. What is blubber? How it is helpful for the animal? A thick layer of fat under the skin of some animals is known as blubber. It keeps the body warm, and in addition, it also serves as a source of energy during winter. Differentiate between carnivorous and herbivorous animals based on their teeth and feeding habits. So, carnivorous. They eat the flesh of other animals. Herbivorous. They eat only plants. Sharp teeth for tearing out the flesh of prey. Sharp front teeth and flat and strong grinding teeth at the back of the mouth. Why do elephants live in large communities? They live in large communities to help each other to find food, defend themselves from enemies, and look after their young ones. Describe any 3 different ways in which animals protect themselves from extreme hot and dry conditions. They protect by conserve water in their body, survive on less food and water, thick layer of skin and scanty hair, active only during dawn and dusk, sleep in the den, cave or burrow during the day, and estivation. Differentiate between estivation and hibernation. Estivation, resting state of some animals to avoid hot and dry conditions, but hibernation, resting state of some animals to avoid extreme cold conditions. Now, how can we prevent animals from becoming extinct? We should be careful that our activities do not harm animals or their homes. Wildlife sanctuaries and national parks should be opened to provide safe habitat to animals, and we should not cut plants for our use. Differentiate between endangered and extinct animals. Give 3 examples for each. So, endangered animals. Animals that are in danger of becoming extinct, and the examples are giant panda, snow leopard, and tiger. An extinct animal, animals that have disappeared from the earth, like passenger pigeon, dodo, pinta island, and tortoise. A squirrel and a sparrow both live on trees. Do they belong to the same group of animals according to their habitat? Support your answer with a suitable explanation. Answer: squirrel is an arboreal animal and sparrow is an aerial animal. Arboreal animals spend most of their time on trees, but animals that fly are called aerial animals. Many animals may have some same habitat, but maybe they belong to different groups of animals. Now the workbook, worksheet number 1. Choose the correct answer. The natural home of an animal is called its habitat. Monkeys are called arboreal. Terrestrial animals breathe through their lungs. Penguin is the most common animal that inhabits in South Pole. Amphibian animals can live both on land and water. Answer in one word. An animal that can survive without food and water for many days is camel. It has webbed feet that helps it to move easily in water. Frog. It is found in North Pole. Polar bear. They do not have feathers on their wings. Bats. This aquatic animal has lungs for breathing. Whales. Classify the following animals into the category they belong to. So as you can see here, in terrestrial we have elephant, lion, cow, and chameleon. In desert we have camel and snake. Polar regions, penguin and muskox. And aquatic fish, whale, duck, and turtle. Amphibian, toad and frog. Arboreal, monkey and tree lizard. And aerial, pigeon and bat. Worksheet number 2. State true or false. 1. All the birds are herbivorous. False. Humans are omnivorous. True. Buffaloes have horns for their defense. True. Tapeworm can live inside the body of human beings. True. And scavengers are the animals that eat both plants and other animals. False. Match the following. Scavenger is the vulture. Carnivore is lion. Herbivore is horse. Omnivore is crow. And parasite is bedbug. How do the following animals protect themselves from their enemies? Elephants. They stay in groups to protect themselves. They form a circle around the young ones to protect them. Tortoise. They have a hard shell on their bodies. When they feel danger, they hide themselves inside their shell. Polar bear. It has white fur that helps it to merge with the color of surrounding ice. Chameleon. It changes its color to blend with the surroundings. Kangaroo. They have strong legs that enables them to hop and run very fast to escape from their enemies. Answer in one word. The movement of animal from one place to another for feeding or breeding is migration. An endangered animal killed for its skin is tiger. Animals who have disappeared from the earth is extinct. And a safe habitat for animals is North Pole. Fill in the blanks. 1. Desert is very hot during the day and very cold at night. Animals that live in water are called aquatic animals. Amphibians breathe through their lungs in water. The tail of the birds help them to change the direction while flying. Scavengers eat dead animals, and a porcupine has sharp spines on its body to protect it from enemies. Find the odd one out. Lion, leopard, elephant, wolf, elephant. Second is grasshopper, third is rabbit, fourth is bat, and fifth is giant panda. Answer the following question. What is adaptation? The process of changing to survive in the environment is called adaptation. What type of teeth do herbivores have? They have sharp front teeth which help them to cut the grass. Flat and strong grinding teeth at the back of their mouth help them to chew their food. How do aquatic animals breathe? They breathe with the help of their gills. And what is estivation? Resting state of some animals to avoid hot and dry conditions are called estivation. And who are endangered animals? Animals that are in danger of becoming extinct are called endangered animals. So if you enjoyed my video, please do like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching and God bless you.